Hello, this is Johnny Boy. Going to explain some new CBA options I've added to SOG AI. And one is you can now allow player respawn in any mission. But by default, it's turned off, so it'll work like it's always worked, which is you have the AI can revive you, and I'm using that instead of having an AI player respawn. But if you want to have any mission where you allow respawning, then you can toggle that on. But note that for Mike Force Antistasi, player respawn will always be allowed, and this option really does not apply to that. Here's the default for using radio without restrictions is always set to true, and that's the way SOG AI has always worked in the past. I just let you have the air support menu available to the player, and he could use it at any time, but some people would prefer to respect the mission design of any particular mission where they might have restricted the radio usage to the RTO role, or they might have restricted it to having the player must have a radio in order to use radio air support. So if you want to respect that, then turn this off, and then the restrictions will apply. And finally, SOG AI, if you're spawning an AI team, then the player uniform and loadout would be automatically randomly set to one of the spawn team members so that everybody had the same uniform, including the player. Well, you don't have to do that anymore if you turn this off. You can turn this option off, and the player will not have his loadout and uniform replaced by one that matches somebody in his spawned team, and I'll show that right now. So I'm going to spawn a team. We'll pick this unique uniform set of the indigenous LERPs.
Form file.
And you notice the player's loadout and uniform did not change to match the team. And another change regarding loadouts is the player can now, if you use change player loadout, it will now use Arsenal, which is a superior UI. This is requested by Budget Commander and MacM USMC. And I get it. This is a better way to do it because now you can pick mags, and it's just a superior interface into what I was doing. But I haven't figured out yet how to allow you to use the Arsenal for changing a unit's loadout. So if you want to change your team member's unit loadout, you still have to use my old method of a hidden ammo box and scroll through this and change his loadout. So until I figure out how to properly use Arsenal for AI, that's just the way it is. All right. Finally, let's get to Molotov cocktails. First, I'm going to cheat and give myself some. So now the player has Molotov cocktails in his inventory. I'll switch to the Molotov. And in Vanilla Prairie Fire, the Molotov cocktail does this awesome fireball, and it goes away, but it doesn't do any permanent damage, and it doesn't light anybody on fire, and it doesn't set huts on fire. So I'll show how it looks with Vanilla Prairie Fire Molotov.
Frag out! What? Hold fire!
So it killed a guy and had the great fireball with a couple of little fires that didn't go away. I think that's cool, but I think it's a lot more fun if we add some more effects, which I will show in a second. Okay, let's see how Molotovs look with my effects enabled.
Enemy fire! Under fire! Yindi!
Okay. So, my effects enabled. We saw when it hit that we got embers on the ground. It burnt the nearby palm tree. The units that were outside the hut that were near the impact, some caught fire. There would be random animations that might run a ways before they fall down, etc. And also it set the hut on fire, which caused a little chain reaction in my code, because now that the hut's building, anybody in the hut is going to either catch fire or run out and panic, like these guys did. One guy came out on fire and burned up, and the other 2 guys ran out ready to fight. So I think that makes Molotovs more fun. They were always cool with that great fireball effect, but now they're even more cool, in my opinion. Hope you enjoy it. Johnny Boy out. And here's a little more fun with Molotovs as a bonus.
Rally up. Throwing frag. Contact. Throwing frag. Throwing frag. Frag out. What's done? Taking fire. Attack. Northeast. 100. Move up. Contact. Medic. Move up. Team red. Grenade. Move out. Move up, Fat. Help that soldier. Throwing smoke. On the move. Covering. Go. Line them up. Move up, Fat. Team red. Heal that soldier. Over here. Move up, Fat. Contact. 18 soldier. Covering. Go. Move up, Fat. Team move red. Up. Frag out. Heal that soldier. Smoke out. Contact. Medic. Heal that soldier. Enemy fire. Heal that soldier.
Alright, that's enough. Anyway, Molotovs are fun. Johnny Boy out.